All right, we'll go ahead and open up our media availability today. We're joined by BFC midfielder Tess Boade and defender Maddie Moreau. We'll go ahead and open it up straight to questions. Paula?
Paula Maruri, TNT in San Francisco, California. How will you guys use the break to analyze what you guys have done so far? Thank you.
Yeah, the coaching staff right now I know is doing a lot of work breaking down the beginning of our season and preseason and giving us goals, and we have individual work we're working on with each coaching staff depending on our goals for the season and our positions. So we're taking this time to really grow individually and hopefully as a club.
Yeah, I mean, I think these are really unique opportunities we're 4 games in, 2 wins, 2 losses, to kind of step back, take a breath, analyze, like, what have we done well, where can we grow, and these are the times where we actually can put some time and energy into the parts we want to grow.
What will be the key to be motivated and focused to come back to face Ottawa and Gotham FC after the break?
Yeah, I think we have some really big opponents after the break. I think we also have a stretch of a lot of games. So May we'll be relying on our depth a lot. I think coming off of our most recent game, we have a lot of things to learn. Spirit's a really good opponent, and I think we're very excited for the great opponents we have facing coming up.
Thank you.
Okay.
I was going to say, what did you guys learn that loss to Washington over this past weekend? I know you guys had some chances, but it just seemed like you guys were defending a lot in that game.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, I think, like I just said, Spirit, really good team. They're a team we have a lot of respect for. I think in terms of how we executed in the game, I think we can be a little bit more locked in defensively. I think mitigating some of our errors and also being more efficient in the attack. I think there's still a lot of pros we can take from that early on in the season, and a big learning opportunity, right? Like going against such a good team like that and learning how can we still come away with points.
And when you look, sorry, go ahead, Maddie.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Okay.
I was just going to say, anytime you play Spirit, they're a really good team. They have really good individual players, and we know they like to keep possession, similar like we do. So what we really wanted to do is burn them on transitions, and we need to be more clinical in this kind of things, yeah.
And you said it's only been 4 games, but is this international break coming at a good time for you guys?
I mean, good time, bad timing, we don't really have a say, so. But I mean, we're gonna choose to make it a good time. I think like whenever there's a break, it's a good opportunity, right? So 4 games in, I feel like it's earlier than usual. I feel like we're usually a couple more games in, but I think that it's a great time right now to just step back and assess where we're at.
Yeah, I like it as a player because you have a couple instances in games where you can pull clips and you have enough to know what your kind of themes are you need to be improving on and what you're doing well at. And it's a good checkpoint to say, okay, this is what I want to be working on and this is what I kind of have in my back pocket. And moving on into the season, it's a good building block, yeah.
Right, and usually when these breaks happen in the middle of a season, it's maybe a good time to do a mental recharge, but when it's this early, what are you looking forward to during this break now?
Yeah, I think anytime you kind of are itching to get back into playing games is really good in a really long season like this. So I'm a fan of the breaks, especially earlier, because now I'm like, now I can't wait to play Ottawa, I can't wait to play Gotham. Obviously, you always feel like that with big games, but it just helps with such a long season to have these little hiccups.
Yeah, and I think us scheduling the Ottawa game is kind of a recognition of we're a little early in the season just to be taking a break. And so we will still want to have competitive games, even if our whole roster is not going to be here. So we're really excited for that game coming up.
Any fun plans for either one of you during this little mini break?
Well, the weather in the Bay is not going to be terrific this weekend, but trying to figure out some stuff. Napa, Sausalito.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see my wife and family in Mexico, so I'm excited. Yeah.
Hey, girl, you win.
Ladies,
Yeah.
one last one. Just love for you to comment on the 11 players from this club that are representing their respective nations during this international break on international duty. What does it mean to have so many of your teammates on the international stage right now?
Yeah, it's incredible. We have such diverse countries represented on this team, and they all, at various age groups, are going to represent their countries, which is something we totally back and are excited for. Love watching their games. We've got one coming in our stadium actually this weekend. I know a lot of us will be attending, and yeah, we just are in full support of all of them.
Yeah, it's fun to play with talent. Like anyone that's a great player makes you a better player. So having all those players in our team going to represent their countries just shows that we have so much to improve, and them being here makes us better. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you both.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.